Greetings, guys. Greetings, my people. Right? My truth seekers out there, yeah. Listen, man. I want to touch on my man, my guy, Bob Lazar. Yeah. What y'all know about Bob Lazar? Right? Most people probably don't know about him. You know what I mean? But I'm sure there's a lot of people who know about him, right? Who's familiar with Bob Lazar. And I ain't really about to, delve into some of the allegations or some of the things that he put out for the public, for us to kind of grasp. But I want to ask, like, for the people who know about him, like y'all believe him? And I'm gonna just ask y'all that, like, how do y'all feel about him? Do y'all believe him? And I just keep it simple as that, because I believe him. I believe everything he said. It's almost like I know for a fact he ain't lying. Like I was there myself. You feel what I'm saying? In '89, when he first came out, when he put this, when he put this information out about what the government was up to in certain areas, certain regions of the world. You know what I mean? Area 51 being the most popular. You know what I mean? Being the most notarized, Area 51, but there's dozens of Area 51s or worse, you know what I mean? But that's just the most publicized, if you will. He wasn't lying about anything. He risked his life. You feel what I'm saying? To sit there and share something, and he did it like anonymously for the most part. They didn't obscure his voice, which was, it's almost like, you know what I mean? But they blacked his face or whatnot. Whether you see the silhouette, and his name was Dennis. And this happened in like '89. I was like 3. You dig what I'm saying? I probably wasn't even 3 yet. I probably was like 2 and some change, like But we gonna say I was 3. So, sure, my parents didn't have they probably weren't even into this stuff, because they was in the streets somewhere. So they probably don't have no recognition of the guy Bob Lazar at all. But he's still alive, you feel what I'm saying? And I watched some recent things of him. But that's not the point. The point is that when he put that out there, everything he stated around that time was facts. It was facts. He was talking about how, like, man, about the, I think he touched on, like, the Roswell, like, that was actually a thing. I don't think that the crash the crash was in New Mexico somewhere. I don't think it was actually in, like, Roswell or something. I think I was reading something about that. But I can't really, I can't remember verbatim, like, what I was reading, so I ain't really about to kind of disclose any of that or whatever. But this alien crash actually happened. You feel what I'm saying? The government rushed in, sweeped it up, like, this actually happened. They found, like, technology, and and they tried to reverse, and they began to reverse engineer some of these findings. All this stuff is true. You understand? And they came up with some sweep campaign, because they felt as though this was too much information for the people. Make that make sense? But they wanted to withhold the truth. So they came up with these lies, and this how gullible most of us are. You know what I mean? Some of us ain't buy it. A lot of people seen it, so they like, man, that was no weather balloon. This was the smear campaign, or it was a weather balloon. Like, it was silver, so it was metallic looking, so it looked like a flying saucer. But a couple people that was a couple government officials that was on the scene. They even disclosed, like, some of the findings with and described, like, that there was, like, this aluminum or pewter, like, looking substance, right? And it was thin. It was lighter than metal. I mean, it looked like metal, but it was lighter than metal. It was thinner than metal, but it was stronger than metal. But and here's a characteristic of it, like that. Well, that already is like, I mean, it's thinner and lighter, but it's stronger than metal. But like, if some of the they were saying that some of it you can like bend it, you can ball it up, right? And when you open it up, it just goes back into its original form, the flat, thin little piece of pewter, you know, or what have you. So this is real, because multiple people, multiple government officials came out and stated some of the that they found this, right? That they found this type, this structure, or this material, right? That's clearly not of. It's not of our world, right? It's not of Earth. It's not nothing that we're familiar with. You know what I mean? Like, and it only had the characteristics of something that, you know, something that'll be from here. Like, this is some futuristic type you know. And they synced this stuff, man. And then some of them, they had pictures with it. If you was a civilian and they got wind that you had a portion of this, they ran down on you. They might have sent the Men in Black. I don't even know if the Men in Black was even like active at this time. Did they formulate at this time or whatnot? But they ran down on the peoples. You know what I'm saying? With government officials, and probably some of them were humanoid, and probably some of them weren't. You know what I mean? And this is probably half and half. Like this stuff, they found documents of a list of personnel that was what's the word for sapiosexuals or whatnot, meaning like humans, and then non-humans, you know, being shapeshifters or reptilian shapeshifters or what have you. But there's a list. They have this, and there's multiple lists because there's different factions, as you know, because they keep this crap compartmentalized on the need-to-know basis. That's why when you have people of high clearance, they know all type of, you know, they know all type of situations. You know what I mean? And who's to say even people of something, they don't even know everything. So this is how, you know what I mean, how they got this thing. It's a maze within a maze. It's even about these, you know. I was about to say something else. Got to get into like the cults and all that, you know, being secret societies and all that. That's how they do it too. You know what I mean? But that's for another, you know. That's another video, what have you. So for my little, you know, for my handful of people who be tuning in, you know what I mean. And I appreciate y'all, you know, every 1, 2, or 3 of y'all, you know what I mean. Cause that mean y'all on to something, that y'all like minded and y'all into the truth. You know what I mean? But that's it. So I mean, like, share, comment. You feel what I'm saying? Definitely share. You know what I mean? Share this thing. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I don't be getting no comments. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's talk about this thing. You know what I mean? But share it. Maybe you'll share it to somebody, you know, who got something to say about it or got something to ask about it, and we can speak on it. You know, because I want to build my community. You feel what I'm saying? Of like-minded people. Of like-minded individuals. You dig what I'm saying? And yeah. So let's get back to Bob Lazar, man. He put a lot of this stuff out there in the 80's. You dig what I'm saying? Late 80's. Nothing he said was fake. Nothing he said was false. Nothing. The stuff that like he put out in the 80's, they're slowly disclosing that stuff, like, you know, 30 some odd years later. Slowly, and they still ain't disclosed everything, but they're baby feeding, you know, the sheeple. You feel me? They baby feeding the people, man. They baby feeding the people, making it as if like, oh, this stuff's just started happening. You know what I mean? Not that long ago. You know what I mean? Like, or years, like maybe 5 years ago, they was trying to. No, this stuff been happening. They had full knowledge of all of this stuff that's going on, and Bob put it out there. Like I said, he risked life and limb. You know what I mean? And I'm sure his life was a wreck. You feel what I'm saying? After that, which he stated, and I mean, y'all can look it up. Y'all look him up yourself. Like, don't even take my word on him. Bob Lazar. 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 Right? We all know how to spell Bob. But anyway. I want to know how y'all feel about him. Do y'all feel as though he a whack job? Do y'all feel as though he's a brave and truthful soul? You know what I mean? That put it out there for, you know what I mean? For that was a beyond noble gesture, if you ask me. You know what I mean? Like, cause we talking about a time where as though that this stuff, this is not a favorable thing to do. You know, you talking about stuff that they would lead you to believe that, oh, you're insane. What you know, that you're a whack job, even believing in some of this stuff. And they do a pretty good job of convincing people that, man, but do you think these things exist? They exist. They've been existing longer than us. You know what I'm saying? So when you know that, like, how could you even question some of the stuff that he put out? He didn't put out, everything. It's still so much. He just put out enough, like, man, talking about, like, these are crafts. That, like, he said there was at least 9 alien crafts on Earth. You dig what I'm saying? That they was running studies on, like I stated earlier in the video, reverse engineering. And if you don't know what that is, that's kind of taking something apart, you know, from and then trying to build it from your findings, you know what I mean, on your own. And it's an efficient method. If you don't know, you know what I mean, now you do. So, yeah, he was putting this stuff. He was talking about certain elements and all that we probably, unbeknownst to us, you know what I mean, we don't have this knowledge. They definitely, suppress it. They don't try to, you know, they keep it from us. They keep it from us. And if they feel as though you have it, or you're curious, you know what I mean, about certain things, they do a great job of veering you off. You know what I mean? Like, this was that, like a weather balloon, though. You know, and most people, and most even when they did that, I guess that paper came out in Roswell or whatnot. And when they did that, like, even the locals there wasn't buying it. You know what I mean? Like, most of them wasn't buying it. Probably all of them wasn't buying it, for real. They probably just scared everybody, you feel what I'm saying, to just be like, you know, just kind of brush it over. It was a weather balloon. You know what I mean? It ain't even in how the 60s, you know what I mean, 50s, 60s, like, even then, you know what I mean, they probably just scared people with fear tactics. Something that, of course, you know, the military, the government, they use, you know, they use well. That's really the main thing they use. And they use it as even at a greater scale, you know what I mean, on society, you know what I mean. Instill fear in the people, you know. We give up liberties, and we need the great savior, yeah, help us, because we are so, you know, unprepared. That's hogwash. That's what they want you to believe, though. So what the first thing is that having the knowledge to know that they've been lying to us since day one. They ain't never tell us the truth about nothing. That's on another video I was talking about. You know what I mean? Like, you just go back. You just look. I'm gonna keep on putting, you know, my little videos out, you know, for my handful of people. You know what I mean? And I appreciate y'all again. Like I said, if it's one, you feel what I'm saying, that's a million to me. You feel what I'm saying? So I need my one person to share this. Share this on your whatever social media platform you have. You feel what I'm saying? Like, share it. Like, you know what I mean? Share that thing. You know what I mean? Cause we gonna build this thing up and have a real solid community. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. And try to and make a difference. You know what I mean? And that's how we gonna get it out, by starting with the truth. You dig? But back to Bob Lazar. I'm gonna keep this brief. I'm about to get up out of here. I ain't gonna hold y'all, I mean, too much longer though. But Bob Lazar, the truth, man. Everything he said, he ain't stated a lie. They try to discredit him, kind of assassinate his character, by kind of like erasing his credentials. And these people, these devils, they have the power to do that because they all in high places. You feel what I'm saying? Then they know they got a buddy that owe them that's in a higher place than them or on the same level, you feel what I'm saying? Just in a different faction or whatever, with be it certain schools or, you know, certain government facilities, whatever. You know, you dig what I'm saying? And you know, the left hand washes the right hand. You dig what I'm saying? And that's even a thing about, you can think about that with politics too. You feel what I'm saying? Republican, Democrats, they all in cahoots with each other. It's all the same. You understand what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. Bob Lazar, he's official, he's real. I want you to look him up. He ain't lied to us about a thing. You understand what I'm saying? Everything he said was official. Everything he said was official. You know what I mean? Them, you know what I mean? Even capturing actual extraterrestrials, you know what I mean? And you know, all of them wasn't deceased at the moment. You know what I mean? That he stated that somewhere, you know, they ran a little test on them, but there were some that were actual still breathing. So look up Bob Lazar. You know, like, share, subscribe. You know what I mean? You ain't got to subscribe to me. You feel what I'm saying? Like I say, my little handful of people. Share this though. You know, we gonna build. More power to Bob Lazar, man. He a truth seeker, truth teller. You know, and he's just one that I'm gonna keep on. You know, I'll speak on more. You know, all right, y'all be good. Noo'dells, check.